Section 2 of Not Understood and Other Poems by Thomas Bracken. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Read by Beeswax Candle. God's Own Country. A recent arrival from New Zealand, walking along Collins Street, Melbourne, a short time since, encountered another Māori-lander, who holds a good position in the Victorian capital. "Well, how do you like Australia?" inquired the recent arrival. "Oh, it is a wonderful place," replied the other, "and I am doing very well here. But I would much sooner live on a far smaller salary in God's own country." Give me God's own country, there to live and there to die. God's own country, fairest region resting 'neath the southern sky. God's own country, framed by nature in her grandest, noblest mould. Land of peace and land of plenty, land of wool and corn and gold, where the forests are the greenest and the rugged mountains rear noble turrets, towers and spires piercing through the ambient air, rising to the gates supernal, pointing Godwards through the blue, when the summer's sunny splendours tip them with a nameless hue, and the gusts of winter gather snow and sleet and mist and cloud, weaving many a curious mantle, many a quaint fantastic shroud. Oh, the mountains of New Zealand, wild and rugged though they be, they are types of highest manhood, landmarks of a nation free. Pleasure ground of the Pacific, brightest region on the main, land of many a rushing river, verdant valley, fertile plain. I revisit thee in fancy, all thy wonders rise once more. Once again enthralled I listen to old Tongariro's roar. Tarawera, roused to fury, belches forth his molten wrath, and a host of fiery demons dance along his flaming path. Boiling cauldrons, foaming geysers, lakes whose bosom leap with fear. Well and truly is it written, Wonderland is really here. Shift the scene. Night grows to morning, morning soon ripens into day. Lovely islands crowd and cluster in a bright and placid bay. Silver ripples shimmer softly on the bosom of the deep, and the mountains see their faces, for the wind is fast asleep. Bay of Islands, Bay of Beauty, who would dream that such a place should have been a scene of slaughter, man gainst man and race gainst race? Yonder, in the little churchyard, mouldering tombstones sadly tell tales of valour and of honour, records of how brave men fell in the sacred cause of duty. Thanks to God, those days are o'er, and the old race and the new race now are enemies no more. Sweep we round by Rangitoto, with its rough and rocky crest, grim old guardian of the gateway leading out to ocean's breast. Takapuna slumbers, deeply Waitemata opes its arms, all its loveliness unfolding, circled by 100 charms. Fly we on to Taranaki, and 'neath Egmont's shade we stand. Egmont, monarch of the mountains, bold, majestic, solemn, grand, rising from the pleasant pastures, climbing to the clouds alone, peerless and without a rival, proudly sits he on his throne. It is morning in the summer, and the monarch is arrayed in his pure white cap and mantle, which were never known to fade. All the blue above is speckless. Only one small cloud is seen, sleeping on the mountain's bosom, nestling twixt the gold and green. Now it seems as if awakening, slowly it begins to creep upwards in a spiral column, making for the summit steep. But it fails to reach the apex, so it curls itself away round about the monarch's shoulders, like a silken scarf of grey. And the east flings out its glories on the monarch as he stands, crowning him with sparkling jewels, richly set in golden bands. On we go by happy homesteads, on to Whanganui's flood, Oft were Whanganui's waters in the old time stained with blood. Now along the stately river flocks and herds o'er uplands graze. Peace has swept away for ever traces of the warlike days. Leap we o'er the hills and valleys to Puneke's noble tide, on whose swelling breast the navies of the universe might ride. Safely ride beneath the shadows of the mighty hills that keep watch and ward against the tempests borne upon the outer deep. Soar from island unto island, for were we to tarry here tracing all the Northland's beauties, we might linger for a year. Fancy's wings are swift and silent, o'er the sea and o'er the strait. Canterbury smiles before us. We have no time to wait. Fly we o'er green pictures shining in their frames of spring's new gold. Fly we past the smiling farmsteads, fly we over field and fold. Onward o'er the pass of Arthur, magic land is drawing near. Halt! The gorge of wildest grandeurs opens up its wonders here. Look below, and gaze above us. Was there ever grander sight? Here is every shade of darkness, here is every tint of light. Listen to the torrent roaring in the deep ravine below. See the cataracts descending from their home among the snow. See the pine and larch and rata climbing up the mountain walls. Hearken to the tumbling torrents answering the distant falls. Weird Otira, grand Otira, is there any other clime that can show us such a picture, so entrancing, so sublime? Down the gorge and through the valley, over floods that fret and foam, as they rush among the boulders, hastening to their ocean home. Now the matchless forests open all their brightness on the scene, and the gladdened eye is feasting on 100 tints of green. We must leave the lordly forest. Stay, oh stay, the wood nymphs sing. Stay, oh stay, the fairies whisper. Stay, oh stay, the bellbird ring. Fancy will not fold her pinions. Onward, onward we must go, where Mount Cook in icy armour guards his pyramids of snow. Fancy can outwing the lightning, fancy can outwing the wind. Hill and plain and glen and valley soon are left far, far behind. We are resting on the high land over New Edina's town, wrapped in perfect admiration, looking up and looking down. Upwards at the wooded mountains, tinted now by opening day. Downwards at the noble city, stretching round the lovely bay. One short flight, we are sailing over Tyre's plains of corn. Now we cross the lonely ranges, painted by the brush of morn. Wanaka and Manupuri pass before our wondering sight. Our air, in sylvan softness, fills us with a calm delight. Wakatipu's deep dark waters, walled by mighty mountains, raise all our highest aspirations, till the soul is filled with praise. Here the poet soon might gather subject for 1,000 lays. Here the artist might discover rich employment all his days. God's own country, God's own country, we must hasten o'er the sea, filled with sweetest recollections of thy beauty, blessing thee, wishing thee all future greatness, bidding thee advance, advance, fruitful land and land of wonders, richest region of romance. Mitre Peak, erect, majestic, slowly vanishes from view, and the distant waves are moaning as we cry adieu, adieu. End of section 2.